Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome here to Alumni Field at Carol Hutchins Stadium. We got a softball game for you. University of Michigan Wolverines taking on the Central Michigan Chippewas. Thank you so much for joining us and tuning in here on WCBN. I'm Kendall Spencer, joined by Alana Richardson. Alana, how you doing?
I'm good, excited for this game up ahead.
A little bit cold. We are outside, and, well, if you live in the Michigan area, you probably know weather's not exactly great right now. We're going to persevere, and always remember it could be worse. We could be playing 9 innings. Wolverines coming off an unfortunate weekend in Eugene, Oregon. Alana, want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, you know, they went in there to this new program. Oregon is new to the Big Ten Conference, and with that bringing lots of talent, expertise, and just a really incredible softball program. The Wolverines happened to lose all 3 games, which definitely can't be too happy about that. Conference play is always difficult, and knowing that this new Oregon team coming to the conference is bringing incredible competition. They tried, they fought, unfortunately. Didn't really go their way. Definitely looking today to kind of redeem themselves, show who they are, represent the Big Ten Conference well, and try to rebound a little bit after those 3 tough losses out in Oregon.
Absolutely. Anything specific the Wolverines need to improve on in this one game little home set based on their performance this weekend?
I would say continuing to hold that lead as hard as it is. It's just comes down to defense. Once you have that lead, knowing just every single inch of your focus needs to be on maintaining that. And I think that's been a problem in previous games, as I had spoke to Ellen McVeigh a little bit about what they are hoping to at least bring into these games, and it was just holding that lead, getting these runs off, and being able to maintain that lead. And that goes for most sports, and especially this one. It's so easy to, let one run in and one batter in, and then it's a totally different game. But definitely a big focus for them.
Absolutely. I think it was Yogi Berra that said it ain't over till it's over. Maybe not, but that just sounds like something he'd say. And then let's go ahead. Do you have a specific player to watch in today's game for the Wolverines?
I mean, they have an incredible lineup. I mean, Janisa Conway has been having an incredible season so far. She's had a million home runs. She is just so awesome to watch. They just keeping an eye out on her, and whenever she steps up to the plate, she is just somebody everyone should have their eyes on. She's a game changer. She changes the momentum of the game every time she's in. And she comes up in that batting lineup. It's exciting, whether that be up or down. It's just she's a player who you can absolutely trust to, take you forward and keep moving them forward. So she's somebody I'm absolutely going to be having my eye on today.
In my last game covering Michigan softball, Janisa Conway had 2 home runs. Not only that, she had 2 home runs in the game immediately before that one. 4 home runs in a day is not half bad. I have 1 career home run. So a little jealous there maybe. Couldn't agree more, though. Going to be interesting see how the Wolverines come out here to try and recover from, again, a little bit of a wobbly series out in Oregon. Take you through starting lineups really quick. We'll start with Central Michigan. Batting first in center field, Emma Lotus. Catcher, Carly Sleeman. Designated player, London Williams. First baseman, Alyssa Hollow. Left fielder, Tori Briggs. Right fielder, Kira Tomey. Second baseman, Rachel Cairo. Third baseman, Grace Koenig. And shortstop, Madison Diekman. Pitching is going to be Brooklyn Campo. For the Wolverines, batting first, second baseman, Indiana Langford. Center fielder, Janisa Conway. Designated player, Lauren Putz. Right fielder, Ella Stevenson. Catcher, Lily Valamont. Left fielder, Ellie Sealer. Third baseman, Maddie Erickson. First baseman, Maddie Ramey. Pitcher, Aaron Hain. And then it's going to be Ella McVeigh at shortstop. Pitching, again, Aaron Hain. Sophomore coming into this one with a 2.45 ERA, 13 wins and 2 losses. Giving up 67 hits, 28 earned runs, but with 75 strikeouts. I was a bit ahead of the count there. I could have just shut up and let you guys listen to this one, but I love the sound of my own voice. Everyone does that does radio, and they can't pretend they don't. Brooklyn, we'll go back to the Chippewas real quick. Their starting pitcher, Brooklyn Campo. She's also a sophomore. A little bit of a rough one, 4.95 ERA, 5 wins, 6 losses, 78 hits allowed, 47 strikeouts. Both players hoping to get a win for their team today. Michigan 27-12. Central Michigan 16-17. Playing over in the MAC.
Yeah, their record in the MAC right now, they're 16-17 right now, which is kind of a crazy record. But the MAC is also very competitive.
8-4 in conference, though, so
yeah,
at least you're winning them when it matters.
Yeah.
Trying to make to that conference tournament at the end of the season. As Wolverines are taking the field, we'll get ready to start things off. Should I give a shout out to the umpires? Home plate umpire, allegedly, Terrell Guidry. First baseman, Maria Hottinger. Third base, Mike Burwell. So if you have complaints, direct them to them, not me. I'm not making the calls. Erin Hain from Poseyville, Indiana. Ever been?
I have not.
Can't say I have either.
Cannot say I have.
I'm sure it's a lovely place. Do like that she is hitting. I'm a big appreciator of pitchers hitting. I think it's a lost art. And I'm not just saying that because I used to be a pitcher and I like to hit. I just think it's important. And we'll get things started here. Everyone from the infield gonna hit the circle. And Emma Lotus, the sophomore center fielder, will step up to the plate. Left-handed hitter. Wonder if she'll try slapping here. One home run this season, 357 average. Takes ball one. Oh, in the back of the box. Steps back in for pitch number 2. Fouls that one away, kind of softly into the netting, just in front of the Chippewas dugout.
They got a loud bench over there.
Yeah, I hope you can hear that on our Nats mic. That one skied into short center field, easy catch for the first out of this one.
That was Janisa Conway, the player I have my eyes on this game. She's exciting. She was just named the Big Ten Player of the Week last week, and she went 7 for 8 in Michigan's Saturday doubleheader against MSU. So she is, like I said, player to watch.
That 7 for 8 also includes, just a little casual 4 home runs.
Casual, nothing crazy.
Up to plate this time, catcher Carly Sleeman. She's swinging away. First pitch pops out to second baseman Indiana Langford. 2 quick outs for the Wolverines. Now they'll face Central Michigan's designated player, London Williams. Big hack on the first pitch. Doesn't connect. That'll be strike 1. Williams, a freshman, batting .360 this season with 7 home runs. That's going to be in for ball 1. Payne checks her wrist for what to throw next. Swinging away again on that one. Williams fouls it straight back out of the ballpark. I don't believe there's any cars back there.
Might be some people, though. That's where all the concession stands are, so.
Just watch your heads. Big swing and a miss for Williams. 3 up, 3 down for Erin Hain, and the Wolverines will be up to bat next.
That was a very quick top of the inning. Wow. 3 very quick outs. And they are up at bat.
Good way to start a game, and once they get out there to bat, it'll be Langford, Conway, and Putz to kick things off.
That has to feel good, having 3 hard defensive stops like that. That just makes you feel good getting up to bat, It's just not even letting anybody get on base feels good. So hopefully they can carry that energy into their batting.
Strikeout starting early for Hain as well. Made Williams look a little bit silly there. Always makes it feel good as a pitcher. This game originally was scheduled for 6 p.m. It's been moved up to 4 p.m. because of possible inclement weather in the area. We are covered, luckily. If I had to broadcast in the rain, I simply wouldn't. This game would just end whenever the rain started. But it is pretty cold. Might be some snow, some wintry mix, as they like to call it. Hopefully not. Hopefully this one can get things all the way over with unscathed after their last homestand had some things moving around because of rain.
I mean, it might not be raining, but I can tell you it is cold out, and I know one thing, hitting a bat when it's cold, it just kills your hands. So power to all these women out here just fighting through that pain in your hands.
Langford, as probably just heard, steps up to the plate. Easy contestant for best walk-up song.
Absolutely. Every time she gets up to bat, I got a smile on my face because it's just the Indiana Jones theme song. I don't think it gets much better than that.
I love the bit. I love buying into the bit. It's my favorite thing. Langford offers bunt on the first pitch. She's speedy, and she's going to beat that out. No throw.
One of her strengths as an athlete is her speed. She just absolutely makes it to that base every single time. She's sneaky and deceptive, and speed kills, as they say, so she's definitely dangerous on those bases.
Campo decided to field that one herself, decided against the throw, maybe for the best. Langford was pretty clearly safe, and if that ball got away from her, that was going to be extra bases. Now up, Janisa Conway takes ball one high. Sleeman stares down Langford a little bit, just a intimidation tactic. Conway swinging away. That one's going to be a bloop single into shallow left, and the play is bobbled, which lets Langford take third and Conway take second. But even before that play was bobbled, Langford was rounding the base.
It dropped perfectly in left field. Dropped perfectly when just no one was there to grab it. So sometimes that placement is just all you need to really advance yourself and advance your teammates.
Absolutely. Now up, designated player Lauren Putz, the freshman batting .414, takes ball one high.
She's an exciting player to watch too. Both of her parents were collegiate athletes, and their genes definitely pass into her. She's an incredible athlete to watch as well.
Fouls that one back into the netting, 1-1. Having two collegiate athlete parents might help. All my dad did was broadcast, and look how I turned out. Pitches away, Putz takes, gonna be high again for ball two. Pitches up. That one gonna be blooped again, this time caught easily by the shortstop. Madison Diekman for out number one. Langford and Conway don't react. Nella Stevenson steps up to the plate. Called strike one in there for the first pitch of the at-bat. Stevenson batting .354, 6 home runs, 29 RBI. Would be great to make that 31 here. Takes ball one high. Play's filling up slowly but surely. Again, this game did get moved up. Can't really go softball if you're in school. Stevenson swinging. That one's going to be fouled down the left field side. Bounces off the wall. Foul.
Staying alive.
1-2 count. Pitch is away. Ball 2. May have been low, may have been inside. From the angle we're at, we're along the first base line, maybe about 20 feet back from first base and then up. So that angle's a little bit awkward. Stevenson swinging away again. That one foul.
All the balls seem to be landing in one spot in the field right now. All foul left of left field. It's funny.
She's pulling those. Needs to just get her timing right. She's a little bit ahead right now. Pitches away. Stevenson opposite side now. It's going to bloop into right field. Here comes Langford. Conway thinks about rounding third, thinks better of it, but a run will score. Wolverines go up early, 1-0 over the Chippewas.
The heads-up play by the Chippewas really, that throw to home plate kind of kept Janisa Conway at third base, preventing that another RBI for Stevenson.
She definitely thought about it for a second, but I think that was the right call.
Yeah, that would have been a close one.
Catcher Lily Valamont steps up. Fouled a mile in the air. Going to be caught in the circle, but by the first baseman, Alyssa Hollow, for out number 2. Number 1 left fielder Ellie Sealer, trying to keep the good vibes going, add another run. Their team score. Takes strike 1 down the middle. Runner thinks about going, gets caught in a jam, but the run will score. There's going to be Stevenson tagged out.
I haven't seen a pickle like that in quite a while. It's always exciting to see how all the players funnel in, funnel out, the decision making behind each choice. It's kind of fun.
And they're not going to count that. Guess makes sense. But runner went home, didn't work out. Oh, no, they are going to count that. I was confused. I thought I forgot how softball worked for a second. I didn't, as that run did score before Stevenson was tagged out. So that gives Wolverines a 2-0 lead to end the first inning in a pickle. And so we'll see Sealer again to start the second. Quite a bit of alliteration there. I'm going to step away awkwardly for a second to plug my laptop in so this broadcast doesn't just end abruptly in the middle of it, if you don't mind filling the space.
Yeah, no problem. In between innings right now, as the Chippewas getting their swings away. Michigan tossing the ball all around, just getting ready for this at-bat for the Chippewas. Now at bat, number 18, Alyssa Hollow, takes a ball high. She line drives it down the third base line, where the Michigan Wolverines are unable to stop it and get the out at second base. Wow, that was exciting. It started with a little bit of some difficulty with the ground ball, but she was able to make up for it and toss it over to second base for the out. Oh, they're keeping her. They're actually keeping her. It's not an out. Looks like they're going to possibly review it.
My apologies. I thought my computer was more charged than it was, so I was not prepared. I think after 4 years of doing this, you'd figure things out. But you mess up every day. Again, yeah. They gave the ump a mic. I can't hear him though. Or couldn't hear him. I'm gonna see what our helpful scoring system says, where it says out.
It looks like she's. Wow, that is a close play.
Showing it on the board. Hard to tell exactly if she got that foot that was up or not, or if she waited and was on the bag. Runner's still out there, having a nice little chat.
That's the funny thing about softball. It's these little moments in between you're standing on base. It's like you're sometimes talking to your old friends or old teammates. It's like this is like so many moments to chat. It's funny. Exactly what Michigan Wolverine Alana McVeigh is doing right now at second base.
It's just always nice to talk.
Yeah, of course.
Gets lonely out there. Just both players from Michigan. Sealer from not Sealer. Who am I? McVeigh.
I think she's from Iowa.
Michigan.
Yeah, she's from Iowa.
I got completely confused there. Just saying, I meant to say Hollow's from Michigan. And then I got confused. Apologies. McVeigh is from Des Moines, Iowa, which I did know, and I just completely forgot. I would never forget someone from Iowa. But Hollow is from South Lyon, Michigan. Pretty much everyone on these two rosters is from Michigan, as it always works out that way, especially in the Midwestern states. Then again, though, whenever we put the baseball plays like California schools, there's always 15 Californians on the roster. Makes sense. If I grew up in California, I probably want to leave it either.
It's beautiful out there. And now now we have UCLA in the Big Ten Conference, so now they get to compete in a very competitive conference and stay in California. So win-win for them.
So they had, I don't know, go cross country to play Minnesota in, I don't know, March. I wouldn't do that. I simply wouldn't.
Yeah, it must be difficult to travel from the beautiful California to all these cold Midwest schools.
Runner is safe. I loved the delivery of that. The ruling on the field has been changed. I feel like it's overturned. I don't know. I do like that he has a mic down there, and that's how they did it. Instead of doing the stereotypical safe or out sign. No, give that umpire a mic. Anyway, Tori Briggs will be up to bat with a runner on second. Big lead for Hollow. Trots back in a second. Fouled back. Strike number 2.
Tori Briggs has one of the highest numbers for her on base. She's been on base 112 times. Impressive.
Takes ball 1. My apologies, you can hear my sniffles again. It's cold outside. Coming off a cold. That one's going to be blooped over the head of McVeigh, and the center field runner does not go. Safely in the third. Seems like maybe there's some confusion about whether that one was going to be caught or not. I mean, McVeigh got way up there, just couldn't get a hand on it, went a couple feet over her head. McVeigh 5'7", too, so just a bit too high up for that. Runners on first and third, no outs for Kira Tolmie. She'll take ball 1. Off speed in there for a strike. Runner thinks about going, thinks better of it. She's going to be back safely. They weren't able to catch her in a pickle as they had to hold the runner at third.
I think I spoke too soon when I said I hadn't seen a pickle in softball in a while because we've already had 2 this game.
So no harm, no foul for either team, really. Chippewas don't steal the base, but don't score the run. It's going to be ball 2 as well. Pitch away for the next pitch. Ball 3 high. Valmont up quickly, trying to scare Briggs over there at first. 3-1 count. And there, called strike 2. Full count. Love the chanting. I think all sports should incorporate more chanting. Pitch away, that one down the left field line into foul territory. Caught, runner's gonna go. Throw into second, not in time. Chippewas score a run, cutting the Michigan lead in half. Rachel Cairo steps up.
Wow, yeah.
Offers a bad little hacked swing there for strike 1.
Looks like she regretted it halfway through and just didn't know if she should follow all the way through or hold back, and unfortunately got called a strike.
Just that awkward little, oh, I shouldn't have done that, but it's too late. Offers up again. That one's going to be called strike 2. You can swing all the way through. It's going to be fine. Cairo, sophomore, batting .299. Also has her name on the pronunciation guide, which I'm not exactly sure what else you would say. That's going to miss wide for ball 1. One, 2 count, pitches away. That one fouled way out down the left field side. Hits the batting cages over there. Michigan baseball is also playing today over there. I believe they're playing Oakland. We have a broadcast of that, but why would you listen to it? You're right here. As Cairo takes a big hack and can't connect for out number 2. Brings up third baseman Grace Koenig. Runner on second. Swinging away, first pitch, fouled into the netting in front of the stands. Steps back into the batter's box. Pretty much center, but wide stance. Offers up, kind of foul, tips it back. Neely finds herself in the hole, 0-2. Runner on second, 0-2 count. Pretty pitch, but just outside, gonna be ball 1. I bet baseball's inside. Jealous. Pitches away. Chopped back to Hain. Quick and easy throw to first base to end the inning.
Wow, she grabbed that ball with ease and a casualness about her. That was impressive. Those pitchers, it's impressive to watch them because their reaction time is just out of this world. I don't think it's like that in almost any other sport. That reaction time is just really, really something else. I don't know if I'd be able to get out there and do it. I think I'd be a little bit afraid. I'm happy that they wear masks now because
I think it's
their faces need to be protected.
It's all self-preservation instinct. You're not that far away from them, you know? It's right there. Ball's coming at you, get that glove up.
Yes. She did that with ease, it looks like.
I don't see the giant glove catch over there, catching T-shirts. Caught. Doing a great job.
those little games mean the most to these kids who come and watch any sport, any school. Just to have those little souvenirs to take home always meant the world to me, so I can only imagine how special it is for them.
I keep wanting to do knocker balls. You know what those are?
Mm-mm.
I worked at a baseball team a couple years ago, and it was those like giant inflatable balls that you just stand in, and you start at each like foul line and meet in the middle.
Yeah, I think I've seen that at Chrysler.
I wanted it to destroy my sister. But I'll never get her to agree because I think she knows I'll take it too seriously. Because we left off the bottom of the first in a pickle, Ellie Sealer will be back up. Starting over. Swinging away, foul into the bullpen on the right field side. Thought that was going to come closer to us for a second, but glad it didn't because my hands were in my pockets. I was not prepared. Campo checks her wrist again. Sets up. Off speed too low. And Sealer doesn't bite. Ball 1. That one, a missile in the center field. Gonna be a single base, but hit extremely hard by Sealer to get an opening single to start this bottom of the second inning.
Another beautifully placed hit for Sealer. Right over second baseman, right over the shortstop, dropped right in center field. Perfect. No defense, able to easily make it to first.
It's going to be Aaron Hain pitching for the Wolverines, Jim. Hope that helps.
Wow.
Erickson swinging first pitch as well. That one in the right field. And she's on with a single. 2 quick hits for the Wolverines, and they have runners on first and second. Hi, TJ. Gonna take a quick mound visit before Maddie Ramey steps up. Checking in on Campo, might be a little shaken again. Those are 2 quick and hard hit balls for the Wolverines. Both a missile, first in the center, the second one down the right field line.
Definitely hard to defend against that.
Stands definitely filling up as we get further into this one, mostly along the baselines, not so much in the outfield.
People are troopers. It's cold out.
That appears to be the way the wind is blowing, so I understand wanting some shielding from it with the back of the stands and the press box as well. Coach going to head back to the dugout. Campo stays in. Giving up 5 hits already in this one. The bottom of the second. Runners on first and second. Chance for Ramey to do some damage. She'll swing away. That one's going to not be far enough for a bloop single. Caught by Diekman, the shortstop, for out number 1. And mound visit works as Campo gets a quick first out.
Like you said, you like to see pitchers who can hit, and here's your moment.
Why don't we just launch one? Come on. Home run.
Give her a home run.
Home run.
Oh my God.
Hit a mile far. It's out of here.
Oh my God.
Aaron Hayden.
Oh my God. We just called that. We just put that into the universe. We literally just said, give her a home run. And she just nailed it out of the park. I don't think we could have called that any better. That was just storybook. Oh my gosh. That was absolutely incredible. What timing.
Aaron
wow.
Hayden with a 3-run missile. For me personally, that's the only person that was done for.
Wow.
Swinging away immediately, and
that was just so impressive. I can't even believe that. That was so impressive.
Doesn't that feel good? Especially, a home run always feels good. When it's a pitcher.
And that happens to be her first home run of the season, too. So
something magical.
That's got to feel good. We just put that in the air. I can't believe that. We just wished that into the world.
Wolverines take a 5-1 lead, and that's going to chase Campo from the game. Now pitching for the Chippewas, that's going to be number 2. I'm going to head to the pronunciation guide real quick to make sure I get this right. Oh, you're not in it. Okay, that's Sierra Alaska. Sierra Alaska, confirmation from the PA announcer. Try and find. Here we go. Alaska this season 0-2 in 29 innings pitched, giving up 40 hits, 22 earned runs with 16 strikeouts, 10 walks. We're now circled back to the top of the Wolverines lineup, so the first batter she'll face is Indiana Langford. She'll also face Janisa Conway, for sure, assuming they don't get on base. Feeling good here at the Hutch after a 3-run missile from pitcher Aaron Hayden. Keeping pitchers who rake alive. Love to see it. And Indiana Langford hopes to add some more to the 4-run lead. Showing bunt on the first pitch. She's speedy down the line. Throw not in time.
See, it's that speed. It's that speed that's the difference maker for her. She just, if that was anybody else, I think that would have been an out, but her speed just gets her to that base every time.
Well, not only is she such a fast player, she can place a bunt.
Oh my God,
like no one else I've ever
Yep.
seen. She's got complete control over that in a way that just makes it like so impossible to field.
Yep.
As Jenny from the block, Janisa Conway, steps up. Langford on first, gonna take strike one. May have been a bit outside, but who's checking? Langford still at first. And she's going on the swing and a miss by Conway. Throw down, she'll turn around and slide safely back into first.
She went out, she was like halfway there, and she was like, you know what? I'm not going to make it. Quickly turned around.
That was a big cut for Conway. That one's going to bloop over to a shortstop and caught for out number 2. Langford safely back into first. And here comes Lauren Putz. Langford with 12 stolen bases this season. Ball one high. Wonder if she'll try and go again.
Lauren Putz has 46 hits this year. Pretty impressive for her.
Doing great things as a freshman. She'll take ball 2 high as well.
She also leads the team in RBIs with 34.
Great chance to add another one to that tally here. Ball 3 in the dirt.
Earning RBIs is important, critical part of the game. You know, it's those selfless plays. Doesn't always feel good to get that out on first base, but hey, if your teammate gets over that home plate, it's selfless.
3-0 count. Needs a strike. Gets one down the middle. 3-1. Putt's not swinging on that one, and for good reason. Still a little, not directly down the middle, but close enough. Look at strike 2. Full count. 2 outs. Chippewas have a chance to end the bleeding. I say end the inning and stop the bleeding at the same time. They step in for full count, and that's a single ups in a center field. Langford slides safely into third. And the inning will continue with a single into center by Lauren Putz. Langford wanted home on that one, you could tell.
She put it perfectly right over the second baseman, right before the center fielder, so perfectly placed again. Keep saying it, but it's important.
And a long and eventful bottom of the second keeps going. Ella Stevenson up. First pitch away, low, down the middle. Feel like Laska got that call in the previous at-bat. A little inconsistent there, but nothing egregious. Laska pitches away. That one sky high in an awkward center, but caught to end the second inning, but not before Aaron Hain has a 3-run shot to make this a 5-1 game.
Still not over. How impressive that we literally, not 5 seconds before, said, how awesome would it be if she, hit one out of the park today? And she did just that, not even 5 seconds after we'd said that. I just can't get over that. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it.
Good things happen to people who ask for it.
Just what you wanted. Pitchers who can do both.
It's a lost start. Aaron Hain, Shohei, basically the same person, if you think about it, really.
Pretty much.
She'll step back out into the circle to start the top of the third. She'll face Diekman and then circle around to the top of the lineup with Lotus and Sleeman.
She's only had 2 hits off her today, which is pretty good.
Throw down a second, apply the imaginary tag, and get ready to start the third. Chippewas scored a run there in the top of the third. Trying to add some more on here to make the deficit a little less dramatic. So again, Diekman to start. She'll take strike 1.
Score's currently 5-1, Michigan. Top of the third.
Acts like she's gonna slap, but doesn't offer up. So we'll get ball 1. Madison Diekman does not have a height listed on the Jumbotron, so I'll just have to guess. 5-4. Offer slapped that time. Or, nope, didn't. They're gonna say she didn't go all the way around. It's gonna be ball 2. Maddie Diekman is 5'8". My bad. Slaps at that time, fouls it back into the shins of Alamont. 2-2 count. Freshman from Vicksburg, Michigan. Ball 3 misses way high. Full count. That one hit pretty far. Maybe not. Looked further off the bat. Shallow left, caught easily for out number 1. Had a bit more juice. It looked like it had a bit more juice than it actually did.
Definitely. It was deceivingly shorter than expected.
Got some wind. Can't exactly tell where it's blowing in from. As Emma Lotus steps up. First pitch swinging away, fouled in the air again. Back to left field this time. Much shallower, but caught again for out number 2.
Ellie Sealer out there making quite a few catches out there in left field.
It can get boring. Good to have a couple of plays back to back. Keep you on your toes. Sleeman 0 for 1 today, but 396 hitter with 12 home runs. She'll take strike 1. And it is getting chilly here. Ball 1, high and outside. In case you missed me saying it was a ball, you can hear the Central Michigan dugout chant it. And that was a bad call. Ball 2. Maybe a little low, maybe a little bit outside, but it looked pretty down the middle to me. 2-1 count, 2 outs. Sleeman grounds it over to short. Throw across in time. Out number 3 ends a scoreless top of the 3rd.
Another 3 quick defensive stops for the Wolverines. Ellie Sealer making those 2 catches in the outfield. And Ella McVeigh fielding it at shortstop, throwing it quickly over to first base.
Valmont will be up to bat. First appearance, she popped out to first base. Laska back out to pitch. Before moving to Ann Arbor, where was Michigan located? Detroit, Lansing, or Traverse City? Detroit, probably.
I think it might be Lansing.
Why would they have 2 schools in Lansing?
It's true. Probably Detroit. I feel like this might be a trick question for
if
fans
it's Traverse City, I will be shocked. That's too far north.
I'm not from Michigan, but over my time here, I have learned quite about the.
I would love to go to Traverse City. I've heard it's beautiful,
yeah,
but not right now.
I went there. It's absolutely incredible. If any of you listeners are from there or go there, it is breathtaking. And I'm not from here, and it was incredible. We were on Lake Michigan. Traverse City was amazing. I was on a boat with a bunch of my teammates, and it was just awesome. Couldn't have got much better than that. The sand dunes, Sleeping Bear Dunes.
I'd love to go in like May or June maybe, but right now I'm cold enough.
Yeah, right.
And I was right. The answer was Detroit. If there's one thing I'm going to convert on, it is in-game trivia. Valmont in, takes first pitch low, off speed that broke too soon. Guess the year? Oh, I'm undefeated at guess the year. I'm so good at that. One update on the Jumbotron, but that was ball 1. That one fouled back. Couldn't make the catch over at the dugout.
She tried leaning over the fence, I guess, and it didn't. It was almost in her glove. Kind of fell out. It was kind of right next to a camera.
I'm gonna show the replay over there.
Yeah.
Yep, just running over. Not the camera guy thought about it.
Yeah.
Ended up not interfering, but
yeah.
The catch couldn't be made. Fouled up again over in the same vicinity. Not fouled. That's gonna be popped up is what I meant. And diving. Tolmy makes the grab for out number 1. She had to cover a lot of ground to catch that one.
Yeah, on her way down, it almost looked like the ball popped out of her glove, but she held on to it and secured that out.
Ellie Sealer, the senior that started the Wolverines, bottom of the 2nd. Steps back up. 1 for 1 today with a single. Offers bunt. Misses. Strike number 1. It's getting, has it gotten colder? Or am I just getting
No, it's
limpier?
freezing out here.
Yeah.
I think as the sun's going down, the temperature's dropping rapidly.
I didn't wear my big coat because I, for some reason, thought we were going to be inside. We are not. Ball 1 in the dirt. Again, just having a bit of an issue with that breaking ball. It's coming out too low. A good off speed comes out about at the same spot as your fastball is going to. But it gets you in the break, or the fact that it's just 20 miles slower. Oh, it seems like it's coming out just a little bit too low, and it's landing in the dirt more often. And it's hard to fool pitchers off that one, but that ball will be in right down the middle for a strike. 1-2. Taking our sweet time with this one. Fouled straight up in the air. First baseman has to come over, make a diving grab over the bat.
It looks like the catcher tripped over the bat. And I can't even tell who came in there to catch it because I was looking at the catcher.
I think that was first baseman Alyssa Hollow.
It was a quick little, that stumble was almost dangerous looking.
Had to jump pretty awkwardly over the bat there. Nice little like diving somersault almost, but makes the catch for out number 2. First pitch in for ball 1. For Maddie Erickson. Away, ball 2. Little low as well. There's some Central Michigan fans over there behind the dugout. Can't imagine it's too far of a drive, so it's pretty understandable.
I think it's around 2 or 3 hours.
Now I'm going to be blooped over to short, caught for out number 3 as we end the 3rd. Quick outs for both the Wolverines and the Chippewas, and I appreciate it because I'm getting cold. I wonder what the baseball score is. I could check. But I'm not going to. Actually, I will. I will pull up the WCBN broadcast of it in a second. So I can... I gotta admit, maybe embarrassingly, how I check a lot of scores is I'll go see us broadcasting it, and I'll look at the score bug. 'Cause I don't know how else to find it, you know? I guess I can pull up like stat broadcast or something, but... It always takes so long to load. Head over to YouTube. 0-0.
Scoreless over there.
However, this says it's the top of the 1st, and I don't feel like that's true. Considering I feel like they started when we did. Or like relatively at the same time, because they sang the anthem about, what, 20 seconds after they sang it here?
Something like that.
Oh,
we have a little fan over there with some signs. It's always nice to see younger kids here supporting these athletes because they're inspiring for sure.
It is the end of the 2nd. Now I'm going to hit a quick little text over to my compatriot to update the score bug. It's going to be in for ball 1 for London Williams. Dangerous foul over there into the dugout. 1-1. Steps back into the bag. In for ball 2. fouls that one straight back. 2-2. Fouled down the third baseline, still 2-2.
We got a full count over here for Williams.
Pitch is in, fouled off of her leg. We'll do it again. Again, apologize for the sniffling. It's getting really cold out here. That one gonna be lined in a left field for a base hit. Williams.
Expect to hear the dugout saying the "Staying Alive" chant.
Getting on board over there for Alyssa Hollow, the first baseman, batting cleanup.
Alyssa Hollow has been at bat 101 times so far with 12 runs. She's also scored 4 home runs this year so far, so she's tough behind the bat.
Ball one in the dirt. Ball two, high outside. Williams still firmly at first base. Only one successful stolen base this season on 2 attempts. And that one's going to be smoked again into left field for a second straight single for Central Michigan. Still no outs. Take a quick circle visit. I'm just going to say mound visit. I know that's not a mound. Good piece of hitting there by Holo. And all of a sudden, Chippewas have 2 runners on, a chance to do some damage here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, it seems like the Michigan coaching staff, after those 2 hits, seems like they're just trying to get them back to the circle, regroup them, get their focus back. Sometimes it's easy to let those 2 runs, or not runs, those 2 hits kind of throw off your pace and focus. So it's good to kind of regain that, focus, so to say.
Just taking a quick chat. Slowing things down a little bit, giving Hayne a chance to breathe. And they'll step back up, ready to face Tori Briggs.
Now, Tori Briggs has been at bat 112 times so far this season, and she just hit the ball out of bounds to the right field. Excuse us.
Yeah, pops foul.
Barely foul. Very close to being in bounds.
Ella Stevenson diving for it. Couldn't make this grab, but no harm, no foul. Well, no harm because it was a foul. Oh, he strike 1.
Tori Briggs leads the team 112 times at bat.
And that one was caught by first baseman over there, Maddie Ramey. It was almost probably going to go foul. Just caught it in the tip of her glove.
Snagged that. Yeah, it was impressive.
No throw at first, or no out at first, no throw to second, but impressive for the first out and to bring up Kira Tolmie. Down the middle for strike 1. High, ball 1. Pitch is away. That's going to be high and outside, I believe, for ball 2. And Valmont popping up quickly, trying to prevent runners from going. They haven't yet. That one lined foul down the left field side. Caught, throw in time. They do not try and tag up.
Yeah, Ellie Sealer looked like she had plenty of time back there to track it and catch it.
2 outs. I really don't appreciate that at all. Apologies, we had all of our papers go flying pretty much. Big,
it's windy, it's cold.
Big gust of wind. Sent everything flying and also made me feel bad. It was cold. Stepping up now. That a pinch hitter. Looks like that's going to be 17, Jenna Kuzara. Down the middle for strike 1. Again, Valmont up quickly. Oh, with 0 stolen base attempts. Williams with 2. Runner, they seem to be hesitant to try now as that's in for strike 2. Freshman pin hitting, batting .264 with 12 RBI. She'll take ball 1. Fouled back, stays alive.
We got some little fans over here excited about the softball game.
High outside, ball 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and she's out. And it ends the top of the 4th. Great job by Hayne there to not let the pressure get to her, get out of the inning. We're officially halfway through this one. It's played about an hour. And I would not mind if they played that second half quicker.
Should have worn more layers.
I should have worn a bigger coat. I thought we were going to be inside, to be honest. I'm good. It's mostly my torso, but I appreciate it. Thanks for the offer. No. I'm fine, I promise. I just like to complain. Who won Dizzy Bet? I missed it. Somebody. We have a video of 2 of our former directors at this station playing Dizzy Bat at I think Madison Mallard's game, maybe. They were bad. They were not good. They both fell over.
Dizzy Bat's tough.
I know. I just think
you think it's not as hard as it is, and then it's you
I just
stand
like
up
that
and you're
they
like,
got,
what on
they
earth?
got confident and they volunteered, and then they looked dumb. Kick things off with Maddie Ramey, followed by home run hitter Aaron Hain, for circling back to the top of the lineup with Indiana Langford. 0 for 1 today. Takes strike 1 down the middle.
All the Chippewas are looking at their wrists before she hits right now.
Used every second of that
Yeah.
pitch clock. Misses high, ball 1. One count. 5-1 score. Awkward hack for strike 2.
Deceptive pitch. Very deceptive.
Definitely got fooled by that off speed there. Ramey was way out ahead of it. One-two count, swing and a miss, fouled straight back. Keeps the at-bat alive. Coffee delivered would be wonderful, Jim, but I don't think that's happening. I'll get some after, or at least maybe hot chocolate, something warm, because, again, it's April. If that's in for ball 2. Time like this where I'm like, did I pick the wrong school? I know I didn't, but my sister's probably laughing at me in sunny San Diego right about now. So Ramey swings and a miss at a ball up at her head for out number 1.
Every time I was like, oh, I'm going to Michigan, they were like, you chose to go to the coldest school in the world?
You're
I'm like,
from
it's not
Boston,
that bad.
though.
I know, and I'm like, guys, we live on the I'm from Massachusetts, and I'm like, we live in the ocean. It's not that much colder, but everyone's like, the Midwest cold is different, and they were not wrong. That lake effect is just, it's cold.
It gets you. Erin Hain now up to bat. Takes strike 1.
I think we got to wish her some good luck, put it in the air again, because last time we did it, she hit one out of the park, so.
Takes ball 1 high. Yeah, another home run would be fantastic. Yeah, maybe even a single, you know. Beggars can't be choosers, except when you can. Takes strike 2 down the middle. 1-2 count, 1 out, no runners on. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. At the Hutch, baseball going on over there against Oakland. Believe they're still scoreless. Had to tell compatriot Alex Miller to update his score bug, as that's going to be ball 2 in the dirt. Again, just breaking ball that didn't quite break. And they're going to call that strike 3 low. Hain a little affronted. I understand she's not gotten that pitch called for herself. I'd be upset too. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. We'll head back to the top of the lineup with Langford. We'll kick things off. 2 for 2 today on 2 perfectly placed bunts. And here comes the entire infield to field this one. She'll drop it again. That one's going to bounce foul.
Wow.
Or no, they're going to say that's fair. She's going to be called safe in what quite possibly could be a photo finish.
Her speed again is so impressive. These close calls, she gets to send it to a review.
First base. I'm going to send it to review. She's safe. That's why I said called safe, because she is safe. Called out. They're going to take this to review.
She stood in that base for a while. Even after they called her out, she was like, I am not moving. I am safe.
That's why I got confused, because she was just so comfortable there.
She was like, nope.
But I was like, oh, she must have been safe then.
Yeah, she was confident she made that.
If the call stands, they'll end the bottom of the 4th. If the call is overturned, that'll bring Eugene Conway up to the bag, up to the plate. Langford's on the bag. And we're outside the press box. Still deliberating.
could see head coach Bonnie Thole offering her players some advice, especially next up at bat, Janisa Conway. Now, this is Bonnie Thole's 3rd season here with Michigan. This is her 3rd season as the head coach, her 31st season at Michigan. She is part of the legacy that this program has created here. Her coaching, her advice, and just everything that she's given has made Michigan softball one of the greatest in the country, and iconic Carol Hutchins and her legacy she left.
Runner was safe. Langford knew it the second she stepped on the bag, probably even before, and that's going to be 3 straight bunts for singles for Indiana Langford. And I'm jealous. I was always extremely slow. I still am. Oh, to run like that.
Her speed, she got there and she was like, nope, I know I'm safe, and she was correct.
Here comes Janisa Conway. Looking to do some damage in this one. She'll take ball 1. Langford maybe a little skittish over at first. Again, 12 stolen bases on 13 attempts this season.
Janisa Conway has 40 runs this season and 49 hits. So she, like I said, my player to watch. Her stats go to show it.
Fouled straight back. Almost got it, all of that one. Just a little bit off. 1-1.
She's been at bat 132 times. And so far, she has 13 home runs. She leads the team, so she's impressive.
Great time for 14. She swings at that one, hits off the handle, I believe. Awkward angle. One-two count. That one's launched. Going to be over the head of center field.
Goodness.
That's going to score Langford for sure, and Conway rounds 3rd. She's in safely with a triple and makes this 6-1 while she does so.
Like I said, she is impressive behind the bat, and we all thought, everyone here in the stadium thought that one was gone, but it was just short of going out of the stadium. But hey, a triple isn't too bad, so, and an RBI, so hey, doing your job.
That one was a rocket, but also, unfortunately, a little misplayed by center fielder Emma Lotus. Just went over her head, didn't quite get the best jump on it, and that extends the Wolverines' lead to 5 runs. That one hit a mile high in the center left and caught. That'll end the 4th inning. Wolverines add a run off of Janisa Conway triple that scores Indiana Langford. Head to the top of the 5th. 6-1 score. Hits 10-4 in favor of the Wolverines. No errors so far in this one. And it'll be Grace Koenig, Madison Diekman, and Emma Lotus. Bark at the Park on April 14th. If you've got a dog, bring it.
It's one of the best days in any stadium when it's Bark in the Park. It is just, people just light up when dogs are around, and when everyone's bringing their dogs,
or if
it's
you
a
want
fun time.
to see a dog, show up.
Yeah, all of us college kids who don't get to be around dogs too often, it's always nice to go to these games and just get to pet a million different dogs. So,
is it wrong of me to
fun.
say I'm a cat person?
I won't judge.
I like dogs. I do like dogs. My roommate's got a cat though, so.
I wasn't a dog person until I got a dog, but I only really like my dog if I'm being quite honest. But Bark in the Park will definitely do, so I'll pet every dog I see when I'm there.
Monday, April 14th against Rutgers, I believe that game was. So go get your tickets if you want to see some dogs. Or if your dog really likes softball and really wants to go to a game. I think animals can enjoy sports. Koenig takes strike 1 down the middle. My roommate's cat has watched more football than multiple people I know to just sit out there with me on Sundays and watch 3 games in a row, just as I did. Ball 1 outside, even if she maybe slept through half of them. She was picking it up subconsciously. 1-1 count. No outs, top of the 5th. That one misses way high, but gloved easily by Valmont. Maybe not easily, but at least she makes it look like it was. Checks her swing there. It'll be ball 3. (3-1). And had a little bit of a shaky start to the 4th as well, but managed to get out of the inning unscathed, so that's in for called strike 2, full count. Grounded to Langford, quick toss over to the bag at first for the first out. Great little underhanded toss there for Langford to
Quick heads-up play by Langford also.
sure she doesn't overshoot the bag there. And Diekman steps up. 0 for 1 today, 236 average on the season. She shows bunt. That's going to roll foul. Strike 1. I found I could put my hood on over these headphones. I'm feeling pretty good now. Rejuvenated. Swinging away this time. Hits the bleachers. I didn't have to say that. I'm sure you heard. That was loud.
Oh my gosh, all the kids are running towards to go get the ball. Luckily it hit a place in the bleachers where there weren't a lot of people sitting, so all the kids are scrambling up there to get that ball.
I'm assuming they just have to return it, right?
I don't know. Yep.
Yeah,
they do. The event staff just went right up and was
This
like,
isn't the MLB. Give it back.
hand it over.
1-2 count for Diekman. Grounds that back to Hain, and oh, she's cool as a cucumber as she makes that second out. Cool as a cucumber. Great job. I'm so good at English. Cool as a cucumber. Second out of the inning.
That reflex time was tested right there as she grounded and caught that pitch pretty quickly.
It's just,
or that hit, I
mean, it really, I think something just takes over. That one's going to be slapped just past the diving Langford for a base hit by Lotus. I wonder how sick she is of the television program, The White Lotus, and jokes associated with it. I've never seen the show, so I'm not going to make any. I'm just going to comment on a societal phenomenon and move on.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Lotus, she actually just scored her first career home run in their past game against Miami of Ohio. So that's pretty exciting for her. Those firsts in your sport are always exciting.
And I'm glad it happened before this game.
Yeah.
As this could be a big hack from the catcher, Carly Sleeman, for strike number 1. 2 outs and Lotus on first. Down the middle, strike 2 called. Caught Sleeman looking. Oh, 2. High outside, ball 1. That one hit nicely in a short center for a base hit. Lotus only makes it to second. Good cutoff there. But 2 runners on again for the Chippewas. And that'll bring up their third spot hitter, London Williams, their designated player. 7 home runs this season. Let's keep it that way. Ball one in, almost in the dirt. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Pitches away. Launched. Foul. Down the left field line. That one could have been dangerous. Luckily, it went foul, and that's strike two. 1-2 count. Runners on first and second. 2 outs for Central Michigan.
Oh.
That one skied. Caught.
Wow.
In right field. What a play by Stevenson. Came all the way over to make that grab and prevent the Chippewas from putting another run on the board.
You could see the decision making as she went over to catch that ball. She looked like she was going to catch it overhand, but quickly realized she wasn't going to be able to make it and switched to underhand and reached for it and made that really impressive, really needed catch.
Absolutely, and that ends the top of the fifth once again. Erin Hain escaping from any possible danger. Baseball up 2-0 over the Oakland Grizzlies. Now that I told Miller to update his score bug. This is part of the game where I start running out of relevant things to talk about. See any good movies lately?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really watched a lot of movies, but I'm currently watching a pretty good show. Because
Which is
The 100.
Ah.
If it were up to me, I would watch Game of Thrones over and over and over and over and over. I'm at the point where I can quote most of it, but
oh, yeah?
I had to move on from that because
Favorite character?
favorite character from Game of Thrones, I want to say the classic Jon Snow.
Wow.
But to be a little bit different, I'm going to say Tyrion Lannister just because I think he was just a survivor and he made it to the very end. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but
I have
it's a good
not
character.
seen the entire show, but I did read all the books. I'm obsessed with the books.
It's an incredible show.
I'm a Arya fan first and a person second. Daenerys, Brienne. Theon, I love Theon. That's my boy
that's a hot
right
take.
there.
That's a hot take. His turnaround story, I guess, was good, but his actions in the beginning, I don't think I can ever forget, unfortunately.
Fair enough. I'll bring Ella Stevenson up to the plate, and now I will get back to movies at the bottom of the fifth. Strike one down the middle. You watch House of the Dragon too?
I did. I watched it about 4 times, and this summer was incredible watching it. I just love Rhaenyra, and I love the plot of the show.
Pitches away. Fouled into the stands.
Luckily, didn't hit anybody over there.
There was a man who could have caught that, but he was not moving for it. He was not putting that much
energy. He put his hands
into
in front
that.
of him.
He was like, ugh.
And that's about it.
0-2 count. That one popped up again, foul, this time catchable, but no one will get it as it was misread out there along the left field line. Came back in towards the field. They'd gone too far, can't make the catch. Do you know that there's going to be another Game of Thrones spinoff series?
I did, the Hedge Knight.
I
do know.
favorite. I gave up on Game of Thrones. I gave up on House of the Dragon. I'm putting all my eggs in the Knight of Seven Kingdoms basket. I am so excited, but I could talk about that for hours, so I will stop immediately. Ball one in the dirt. 1-2 count. Pretty good showing here for a kind of cold and windy day.
Can't stay away from the Alumni Field for too long. Everyone loves it. Softball's a fun sport to watch.
Ball too high. Can't exactly see about half of the stands over at the baseball stadium, but looks like there's better turnout here. But I literally can't see basically the entire right side, and that looks like that might be the side a little bit more covered. So Everyone could just be hiding over there as that's
Oh, wow.
popped up kind of in a straight line. I would say a lineup, but it was hit really slowly. So, but a good little hop over there at third for the first out. Brings up Lily Valamont.
Lily Valamont has scored 13 runs this season so far.
My apologies. I got so excited to talk about Game of Thrones that I completely missed a pitching change. They now have Mackenzie Langen in for Sierra Alaska. This is Langen's first inning. So all that she's done so far is record the pop out for, or face Stevenson, now Valamont. My apologies. I hear Game of Thrones and my brain turns off and I have to talk about it. Fouled back. 1-2 count. That hit a ceiling. You probably heard that. I don't actually exactly know what all our Nats mic picks up. There's 2 balls. Look, there should be 2-2. They have not updated it. Fouled up again. Doesn't quite hit the ceiling this time. Hits the stands. Did not hit anybody, though, so we're fine.
It was about a foot away from someone who did not really look like he felt like moving. It might be because it's so cold up, but it literally skimmed his head almost, and he just did not move.
Maybe he just was really confident.
He looked back like he knew it was coming, but did not want to move.
It's just going to be fine. That one fouled again. Looks like it's going to go out. Yep, that hits the nets of the batting cages out on the left field side. Valamont fighting in this one. Got 2 strikes, 1 out.
Just had quite a few pop flies this at-bat.
Just got to straighten it out a little bit. Now she does. It's going to be in a
she
center.
did exactly that.
Past the center fielder. Throw comes in, not in time, and Valamont's on base with a double. Way to stay alive and get her pitch for extra bases.
Yeah, she fought through that entire at-bat. Quite a few pop flies.
Thought that was going to be caught by Lotus for a second, but it was just a bit too far to her right.
Yeah.
Goes to the wall and results in a double for Lily Valamont. Now, going to get a pinch hitter. Ellie Sealer doesn't wear 3. Looks like Megan Beamer is going to come in and hit for Sealer. And CeCe Thorington is going to come in and pinch run for Valamont. Beamer with a 917 OPS. Trying to maybe end this one in this inning. Again, we're in the 5th, so they put on 3 more. Mercy rule will apply. Throw goes down to second. Back in time safely is Thorington. That was ball 1. Ball 2, high. Ooh, controversial, but going to be low for ball 3.
This season, Megan Beamer has had 3 hits and 6 runs with her 12 at-bat attempts. So she's coming in with a lot to prove, with quite the opportunity.
6 RBI. Looking to make that 7, maybe 8 if we feel like getting crazy. Pitch is away. That's going to be blooped, and there's an error by the second baseman. That's going to advance the runner, and Beamer's going to be safe.
Megan Beamer's only a freshman, so that ability to come in and take Ellie Sealer's place, that's a lot of pressure, but a lot of excitement. It's exciting for her to come in here and have an opportunity at hand, and she just did that. She earned a single, she's on base, and it's good for her. A good experience, good knowledge, and like I said, an opportunity comes up, got to perform, show up when it matters, and she did just that.
That'll be scored an error, but it'll advance the runner, so runners at first and third. That's Thorington at third, and then Beamer at first. Maddie Erickson at bat takes ball 1. Again, has a chance to put the baby to bed here, so to speak. All it takes is a 3-run shot, or at least just tack on a run. That's going to hit right into the chest of the third baseman, and no one knows what to do there.
Yeah, it looked like everyone kind of froze right there. Hit her pretty hard.
Beamer.
Both teams looked like they were confused about what to do, and now we're taking a little bit of a pause to just check in her and make sure her chest is okay.
That hit the third baseman over there directly in the chest. So Beamer was a little confused, didn't quite go. Safe at second, Erickson out at first, 2 outs. Thorington still at third. They're going to take a second to check on her because, again, a little bit of a scary situation. That's Grace Koenig, I believe. We'll have another pinch hitter, Lexi Delamonica, for Maddie Ramey. 2 runners on, 2 outs. Looking to keep the inning going, maybe end this one early. Takes ball 1 outside. Or just get a single and keep the inning going. After Ramey will have Erin Hain. Could add another home run. Make me really happy. And end the game pretty much. It's going to be grounded over to third. Throw across to first. Good. And that'll end the 5th inning.
Now, Lexi Delamonaco is a sophomore and was a pinch hitter. Now, getting into these games is really, really valuable experience for these younger underclassmen players. You know, getting in these games, getting those hits, just those at-bats, takes away some of the pressure and the nerves. The expectations are a little bit more clear when you get more and more experience. And despite not really earning much that play, you know, sometimes it's important to remember that gaining experience is also just as valuable and helps develop the team, especially those underclassmen, much quicker.
Wolverines also still operating with the 5-run lead, so nothing to worry about as Hain doesn't get a chance to hit. Comes out to pitch instead. Top of the 6th. She'll face, depending any changes, Holo, Briggs, and Tolmie. Wolverines got a little crazy with the pinch hitters there, though, so I wonder if the Chippewas will do the same. Oh, I was talking about movies. I went to go see Black Bag. Heard of that?
I have not.
So, like, spy thriller with Michael Fassbender, Cate Blanchett. I saw trailers for it, like, months ago, and I was like, this looks dumb. My dad was super excited, but then I realized it was by the dude that did Ocean's 11. So I was like, I should probably be less of a hater. And I really enjoyed it. I was shocked. It was pretty good. It was quick. It was like an hour and a half. Which, like, nobody makes hour and a half long movies anymore. Megan Beamer and Cece Thorington will stay in to field. Beamer in right, Thorington in left. Meg Ramey staying at first. Alyssa Holo up to bat. 2 for 2 today. Double in the second and a single in the fourth. Take ball one low. Ball two. High and outside.
Aaron Hain has only let up 6 hits so far this game, only earning 1 run for the Chippewas.
So important that gotten mostly out of damage. Had a couple sticky situations, gotten out most of them unscathed. That's ball 3, 3-0. Can expect that Hello will not be swinging on this one. Okay, or swing. Foul.
Right off her ankle too. She looks like she's going to fix the protector, it looks like she's wearing, because that went right off of her shin, top of her foot.
Three-one. Skied a mile high out to the warning track almost, but caught by center fielder Janisa Conway. About 1 step in front of the warning track, but it doesn't matter because it was caught. Out number 1. Now Tori Briggs is back up to bat. 1 for 2, single in the second. Lined out to first in the fourth. Low, ball 1.
Like I said earlier, Tori Briggs has had 112 at-bat attempts, earning 22 runs and 36 hits. So she's a big key contributor for this Chippewa team.
Low, ball 2.
She's also had 17 RBIs, so earning a lot for herself and for her teammates.
High, ball 3. Again, 3-0 count. Valmont going to come deliver the ball back to Hain personally. Bring some of her infielders in. Take a breather. Again, 2 straight batters facing 3-0 counts. Hopefully Briggs doesn't swing. Down the middle, beauty for strike 1. Taken by Briggs. That one's going to be fouled. Langford came all the way over from second to make that grab pretty much at the wall for out number 2.
She just outran all of her teammates across the field to make that catch over the wall.
What a hustle by Langford.
Yeah, it just goes to show that speed is just, it's not always base running.
It kills.
Defensive plays as well.
Kira Tolmie now takes ball 1 in the dirt. Ball 2. Down the middle, 2-1. The miss high and inside, 3-1 count. It's going to be ball 4. A little controversial, but not a super forgiving zone there. And Tolmie will take first on a walk. We'll have a quick circle visit as the Chippewas pinch hit Maddie Springer. They'll bring in a pinch runner as well. That's going to be Samantha Suva. Sovi. My bad. In my defense, it is not said like it's spelled. Samantha Sovi. Maddie Springer will be pinch hitting. 139 on this season, 6 RBI. Runner on first, 2 outs, top of the 6th. Down the middle for strike 1. Pitch up, swung on, fouled straight back, 0-2. Sylvie on first, ready to run. Maybe not. 0 stolen base attempts in her season so far, and that seemed like a pretty pitch, but called ball 1. And if you can't spell ball, do not worry. The Chippewas will help you.
They're a lively bunch.
And that's watched into the glove. It doesn't get more perfect than that. Springer caught looking, and that ends the top of the 6th.
T-shirt toss for the kids, and they're loving it.
Screaming
like I said,
someone's
those little
dying.
souvenirs mean the world to them. It's special. That'll be their favorite shirts for months.
Head of the bottom of the 6th, 6-1. Here in Ann Arbor, 5:38 local time, in case you're watching from somewhere else, or listening really. It's still going to be Mackenzie Langen pitching for Central Michigan. Check in on baseball really quick, see how they're doing. Playing at the same time. 5-2 in favor of the Wolverines, top of the 5th inning. Hopefully, games this weekend will be a little warmer, as it is April. It should be spring.
Yeah, everyone. I feel like everyone here's been checking the weather, and everyone's like, "It's gonna be nicer by the end of the week. Don't worry."
This game was moved up. It was originally scheduled for a 6 p.m. start, but inclement weather, or the potential of it, kept it or moved it up, as that one's gonna be hit a mile high by Hain, caught out in left field. Out number 1, quickly back to the top of the lineup. Comes Indiana Jones Langford. No, it doesn't. Yep. No? Huh? That is not Indiana Langford. I know what Indiana Langford looks like. That's not Indiana Langford.
And that's not her walk-up song.
No,
that's the
and
most
that's not
telling
Indiana
sign.
Jones. I think that's Emerson Aiken.
I think it's Avery Fantucci.
Avery Fantucci it is. I
Yep.
always saw the 2.
Avery
That's 23.
Fantucci.
Avery Fantucci, the junior. Yeah, Emerson Aiken's a pitcher. My bad. Can't see that far. Fantucci, 189 this season. 4 RBI and a double. Takes strike one down the middle. Getting crazy with the pinch hitters. Carcaburo will be next. Big swing and a miss for strike 2.
Fantucci has had 37 at-bat attempts with 7 hits and 3 runs, also earning 4 RBIs.
Fouled out of the park, or at least into the stands. That fell out.
Hit someone's car or something.
Hit a roof. I'm telling off the thuds of whatever it's hitting, where it landed. I believe that was a ceiling. Once again, fouled way far back. There's the metal clanging sound that tells me it's probably on the roof behind us. 0-2 count. Stays alive, though. 1 out. Watches a pretty strike 3 into the glove for a caught-looking strikeout. 2 outs. Now bring up Riley Carcaburo. Two outs, no runners on here. Bottom of the 6th. Carcaburo checks her swing. Did not go. Ball 1. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Fouled up and back into the stands. No play there. 2-1. Carcaburo steps back into the box. It's a pitch. Foul tip, 2-2. Langan checks her wrist, pitches away, and gets Carcaburo to swing and miss. 3 quick outs for Langan to end the bottom of the 6th. We'll head to the top of the 7th. Wolverines with a 5-run lead. Looking to close this one out.
The last at-bat attempt for the Chippewas coming up.
Assuming this ends how it should. Played roughly about 2 hours of softball here. Tight game. We're going to bring out a new pitcher. It's going to be freshman Kat Myers to pitch the top of the 7th.
Seems like Michigan is trying to get some of their younger players in, trying to give them the experience, which is so important when you're developing a team.
Especially in one like this where, knock on wood, feels pretty safe.
Yep. You know, it's always good because having them come into these games where it's high stress, it's easy to make mistakes, whereas in these games where it's the win is a little bit more clear, so to say. You know, sometimes it's good to give them the experience then and let the fear and the panic not be there when the the stress is high in other types of games, and
She'll face Koenig, Diekman, and Lotus. I would love to give you her stats, but our scoring system is not updating. So give me a minute, and then I will. Janelle Alacqua playing at short. Andy Dirks is in as well somewhere. First. Ella McVeigh moves over to second. Fantucci's at third. Everybody's somewhere new now.
Looks like the coaches are sharing their new batting orders and roster lineups for their outfield and infield.
First up will not be Koenig. It appears it'll be Ashley Bila. Still coordinating with the umps. A lot of changes being made in a short amount of time, so I'm going to take a second to talk that out. So Bila will be taking place for Koenig. Looks like Diekman is still over there in the on-deck circle. So seems like that won't be changing. I didn't realize what would take longest in this top of the seventh is the talking about where everyone's going. Now I have some stats for Kat Myers. 1 win this season, 14.2 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 11 strikeouts. Hoping to get some more of those in this one. As Beulah steps up to the plate and we start the top of the seventh. Beulah freshman, no stats. Ball 1. Offer, thinks about slapping, doesn't really offer, but it's a strike anyway. 1-1. High, ball 2. 2-1 count. Throwing to Costales, who came in place of Valamont. Strike 2, looked at, down the middle, 2-2 count. High, ball 3, full count. And they're gonna say she didn't offer, and that wasn't a strike. Ball 4, Beulah takes her base. That's a very hard strike not to call in a situation like this. They'll bring up Madison Diekman. Strike 1 called. Beulah has 1 stolen base this season on 1 attempt. Strike 2 called. Quick 0-2 hole for Madison Diekman. High. 1-2.
Michigan's got a very young team out here today, at least right now. Very young.
Yeah.
And this batting order for the Chippewas is equally as young.
Fouled straight back. Keeps the at-bat alive. Controversial, ball 2. High, ball 3, another full count. Shot over short, and a errant throw. Can't get the out at second. Bila will advance. Runner stays at first, and it's still 0 outs with runners at first and third.
Yeah, it looked like there was just some defensive miscommunication and a little bit of a fumble. It looked like she looked to throw it, couldn't exactly do it. She wasn't where she expected her to be. Just a simple error.
Belacqua maybe was trying to get the double play there. Safer throw probably at first, but hindsight's 20/20. I'll be ruled an error. And we'll have Emma Lotus up to bat, 1 for 3 today. Still no outs. That one's launched over to second, or short, play at second. No out at first. They'll get the out at second, but the run will score. 1 out. Now 6-2. Still a solid Michigan lead, but Chippewas get another one on the board. It's Lotus on first. Carly Sleeman up, 1 out. Ball 1 low.
Sleeman's at 400 right now with 105 at-bats. She's also earned 25 runs for her team, the highest on their team, actually.
Strike 1 called down the middle. Sleeman watches it in the glove. One count, 1 out. Top of the 7th, 1 run scored. Fouls it back, 1-2. And that could have been called strike 3. Instead, it's ball 2.
Yeah,
Again.
a lot of debatable calls in this game. The Wolverines not looking too happy with a lot of these calls by the umpires.
Little confused where that one's missing. But regardless, 2-2 count, 1 out. Fouled up. Caught by Dirks in foul territory for out number 2. Chippewas down to their final out. And it's going to be, if nothing changes, London Williams. Has a runner at first, trying to keep this game going, keep her team alive. Watches strike one into the glove. Ball one low.
The Michigan Wolverines looking to just get this last out and end this game here. Just need one more out.
Ball too low. Williams checked her swing. Two on. Myers winds up. I'm gonna say that was high, I guess. That looked like a good strike to me. 3-1 count. 5:56 time. Almost 2 hours of gameplay. 3-1 count, 2 outs. Fouled back. Full count. Chippewas down to their final strike, 2 outs. Alana Williams trying to keep her team alive. 1 for 3 today with a single in the 4th. Struck out, swinging in the 1st, flew out in the 5th.
Definitely some pressure on Kat Myers to end this game with a strike right here. And it's a ball.
Barely foul tipped there. Still full count, keeps this one alive. Keeps me sitting out here in the cold. Myers checks her wrist, winds up. Here's the pitch. Launched into right field, keeps it going. Lotus gonna be in the 3rd. Williams at 1st, and Chippewas aren't going away so easily. Good piece of hitting by Williams there. We'll get a quick mound visit.
And the Chippewas are not going down without a fight, as we can see. Full count to end the game, and she, as in London Williams, was able to put it out into far, deep right field.
Still at the mound visit. Apologies. Blew my nose. Looks like they're going to keep Myers. And keep Myers in there. But to try and finish this one out in a row. 6-2, still our score. 2 outs. Runners on 1st and 3rd. Alyssa Holo. All the way back in the box. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Holo looking to do some damage. Has 4 home runs this season. Could pull her team within 1. Instead takes ball 2 high. Launched in the air, going to be in short center, caught, and this one is over. Wolverines with a 6-2 win over the Central Michigan Chippewas here at Alumni Field at Carol Hutchins Stadium. Wolverines back in the win column. After a pretty brutal series in Eugene, Oregon, they come back home and get a win before returning to Big Ten play shortly. Alana, who was your MVP in this game?
I don't know. I mean, pretty well-rounded performance by everybody, but I think Erin Hayne is going to take the dub for me. I still am not over how we called it. We just literally said, go get a home run, and she did exactly that, earning her first of the season. But she was really exciting to watch at bat and in the circle today, so I think she's my MVP.
I agree. I love pitchers who hit, and I love pitchers who hit home runs even more. Erin Haynes, shout out for that one. You made me look really cool. I got to call your shot. That felt pretty good. Wolverines will be back home on Saturday, April 12th. They will play Rutgers. Whoever calls that one will be inside. It won't be me, though, so I got to get one last wine in. Alana, thanks for joining me on this one. Thank you all for listening. Because it's cold and I want to go home, I'm going to wrap this up pretty quickly. But I'll leave you as we always do. Great win by the Wolverines. Good evening, not quite night yet. And go blue.